Kamala Harris's true polling numbers just got exposed. You are not going to want to miss this.
Kamala 44%, RFK 3%. This is Rasmussen report. As of August 8th is what the numbers are. So let me see if anything's changed from here. And there's a new one that came out with Pew as well. So here we go. Former President Donald Trump has maintained his lead over Vice President Kamala Harris and his support for RFK. The latest Rasmussen poll has a two-way matchup. 49% of voters vote for Trump, 44% Harris, 4% to RFK. These findings are nearly unchanged from a week ago, which was second survey since President Joe Biden. Rob, what are those polls today? What are the numbers saying? Tom, what are you seeing on the market with the polls?
So there's a couple things that are going on today. And the first thing is that the Kamala bounce is subsiding, and it's really only 1 to 2 points nationally. But the media is pushing this AstroTurf campaign very hard, and there's a number of pollsters that are lining up as AstroTurf salesmen. Take a look here. This is the number of polls per week that were released. So why is it that on August 18th, August 11th, why are the number of polls going down, the number of polls released? It's because of this. When the polling data fits the media narrative, the polls get released. When the polling data doesn't fit the media narrative, the pollsters are holding back. And right now, the pollsters are holding back because the Kamala bounce is subsiding and it's settling in at 1 to 2 point on the national level. But remember, national level is like time of possession in a football game. That's not where the scoreboard is. The scoreboard is the Electoral College because the states are the touchdowns and field goals. That's how this is going to be settled. And right now, there are three truths. Number one, Kamala's had a bounce. It's legitimate and there's enthusiasm over there, but it's not as bad as it looks. Truth number two, the pollsters are becoming media outlets. And truth number three, the Trump campaign has been kind of flat-footed on a more optimal response. All those three things are true.
A lot of people say the polls are hogwash, but I have to say, obviously there had to be some bounce once Kamala got inserted as the Democratic nominee, because Biden was practically a dead man walking. If you threw anyone with a pulse into that position, obviously the number is going to bounce up a little bit because you actually have somebody who can think clearly. But then you start to listen to what Kamala says, and then you realize, maybe we don't. This girl doesn't know what she's talking about. All she does is cackle and laugh. The girl is a freaking communist. And once people start to listen to her policy, they'll realize this girl is a communist and she should be nowhere near the White House, so her poll numbers are going to drastically decline.
Tightened up, but it's not Kamala 5. It's not Kamala 6. It's not Kamala 8. Those polls are BS. And by the way, Quinnipiac is completely out of their mind. They regurgitated and re-released the poll. Remember, those are the guys that said the day before, they ran the last two polls in the last election, and they had Georgia 8, Georgia 10 for Biden, and it was razor thin, and it took maybe some midnight madness to actually go the other way. But they were Georgia 8, Georgia 10. It says Pew hasn't even been doing presidential polling like this, and suddenly they're running to the microphone. It is an AstroTurf campaign by the pollsters, but the truth is this is narrowed up, and a group that is moving. There is a group moving, and it's those independent women that you can't, to Kellyanne Conway's point, if you're going to criticize and be personal with Kamala Harris, you're going to lose these women. But right now, the polling, I'm waiting for stuff to come back up that is more balanced. Oh, I read.
Tom, what's your point, dude?
I went into the
oh,
you're trying so hard, you little bitch. You know, it's like, it's like, you know,
Tom,
what you have.
Tom, you're the smartest guy in the room. You're rambling on and on and on about that it's a tight race.
Maybe it sounds like rambling to
Tom,
you.
no shit. Give us what's your point?
Open the textbooks, baby. So you have right now two things that are very, 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 very true.
Has a nerd ever called you like a little bitch in your life? Anybody else? It's just so.
But I imagine it's something you're used to.
Oh my God.
So.
Okay.
Basically, it's not as bad as it looks, but the Trump campaign needs to pick it up a little bit, and the pollsters are acting like media outlets, and there's a lot of BS that's happening out in these polls.
No, great, Tom. You killed it, man. Great job. You just broke down the entire race and saying, "Hey, it's a close race." Great job. Sick one.
Did you want to say something?
No, I mean,
The
he killed
analysis
it.
was that spot on for you.
Hey guys, breaking news. It's a tight race.
All right, let's
And here's
go.
some stats to show it. Great.
Here's what I can tell you. What I do know for a fact is I'm convinced the future looks bright, and we want 1 million people to word your future looks bright.
What I find so funny about this is that although the polls might say it's tight race, it's within 2-3 points, I don't believe that for a second. The media and the polls have been lying to me every single day since Trump went down that escalator. Do you actually think that these people are telling you the absolute 100% truth? There's always funny business going on with these polls. The best way to actually gauge the public sentiment and how most Americans are feeling is just to go to the rallies. Look at the rallies. Donald Trump, wherever he goes, it doesn't matter what state, he garners 40,000 people every single place that he goes to. It's just simply baffling. Yet when you go to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you're going to struggle to find maybe 500 people who are not hired or paid to be there. But the reason so many people are deceived is because on the left, they are so loud and obnoxious about their support. They will call you a sexist, racist, xenophobe for supporting Donald Trump, but they don't support what they say with any concrete facts. They say, how could you support a criminal? How could you support a rapist? Show me any facts where Donald Trump did any of that. How about when we elect the president of the United States, we actually elect the person best fitted for that job? This isn't a popularity contest, whether you like the person's personality or not. I happen to like Donald Trump. I think he's a charming son of a gun. But that's not why you should vote for him. You should vote for him because he is clearly the best person for the job. Joe Biden, that man was asleep. He's a puppet. There are people pulling the strings behind the scenes with him. Everybody knows that. Donald Trump is a man of integrity and conviction. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, she is just a straight-up communist Marxist. For some unknown reason, she just wants to decimate the American economy. I don't understand it whatsoever. She has no bearing on reality, so we can't pick her. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is a man of integrity, a man who knows how to conduct business, and a man who knows how to make money, how to stimulate the economy, keep us out of wars. This should be a no-brainer election. The only reason Donald Trump does not win every state in this next election is because of the media machine. The media is hell-bent on destroying this man, but so is the judicial system, because some of these charges that are thrown up against Donald Trump are laughable. How could a man who has never committed any crime in his first 77 years of life have 100 charges thrown at him in the past year? It just doesn't make sense. People have to start using their heads. So I don't think this is a close election, but I think it will be close because I think funny business is going to go on. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. How do you think the election is going to go? Do you think Trump is going to dominate? You think it's going to be a tight race? Or do you think Kamala is going to win somehow? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear that. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe. And wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.